Creating Psychonauts, part 2. It's about 30 degrees cooler than last time. Raining, thanks to my rain dance. Just kidding. We had a big drought for a while, but now we have like a year's worth of rain coming in about a week. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, part 2, what I left out from the last video was that day was also the alignment between Jupiter and Saturn. And besides becoming Jupiter, I was never a big astrology guy, so I know it can definitely influence, but I'm more of a kind of make your own fortune. I don't even like pulling cards or shit like that. You know, I don't want to. Some people want to, have the power to sense if a house is haunted or not. You know, I want to be the motherfucker that haunts the house. So I don't really into astrology or anything, but I did get messages from Jupiter and Saturn. And again, this is going to be hard to put in verbally, but Jupiter is like represents expansion. And I think I took a class from a couple of days before that probably definitely influenced it. Not that I learned anything new, but it gave me some insights and something to stew upon while I was over there and sojourning. So it was an element class. I think it was an air class right before, a few days before I went in. And it's a meditation class on elements done by Nico. I think he's a member of this group. I'm pretty sure he is. Awesome work. But he does a class on each elements and how you meditate on and learn about them. And yeah, so we talked a little about the alignment, and I got a little something different. I got more from Jupiter, was more of is expansion and no limit kind of grand idea. So, shit you're trying to manifest, you got to go big. You're trying to, go big. Instead of have a planet-wide influence, instead of just thinking locally or whatever, I don't want to diminish your your goals or anything, but Jupiter wants you to go big. Expansive, be more expansive, huge with your manifestation points. So that's what Jupiter wants. And so Jupiter's like the idea, the thought in your head. You can think big, you can dream big, but how are you going to get this manifested here on this plane? And that's from Saturn. So Saturn kept showing me like I'm the engineer. Saturn is an engineer and he gets shit done. Like the mathematicians in academia, the theoretical mathematicians, they brilliant mathematical solvers and ideas, but they don't really produce shit. Like Stephen Hawking and these motherfuckers, they don't produce nothing. They're just theoretical mathematicians. But the engineers get shit done. And so the engineers are Saturn. Like theoretical guys are more like Jupiter, but yeah, maybe that's not a good analogy. Pretty close though. But to get shit done from here, to manifest here, you need an engineer, builder, something solid to make it into, turn it into matter pretty much, right? So that's what Saturn does. And so like Jupiter's idea gets filtered through the rings of Saturn and gets manifested on Earth. That's what I saw. So anyway, that's that. And yep, that's about it on that part. Anything else regarding the trip right now, I can't recall. But since I talked a little about the element class, let's talk about a few steps I took the days before to help me get ready. So one was a class I took, the elements class with Nico. Awesome class. I'm sure nobody has anything like that in their area, especially nowadays. So really lucky to have that. Thanks, Nico. And another thing I did was get a myofascial release done. So anybody knows about the myofascia, the fascia that connects these muscles. Kelly, another psychonaut here. Hi, Kelly. Hooked me up, and your fascia is your antenna, right? And holds the water. It's the antenna to the netherworld, the ethereal planes, astral planes. Water is the antenna, right? So what it is like this vessel. It's like the radio, okay? And you destroy the radio, the signal's still there, right? So it's this the signal is your soul, and the cleaner, the better the radio, the better in shape and healthier you get your body, the better signal you can receive from your soul or your higher self or whatever you want to, or the Akashic records, whatever you want to refer to it as. So that being said, yeah, between that class and then the Myofascial release, it's kind of getting a tune-up. So I was ready to receive in my downloads. We'll talk about that in another video. And so it is what it is. It's a release. It's a massage kind of, but it's specifically for each person to target their I would say like chi blockages, but it's which is carried through your fascia, your myofascia. So I had that done, and I recommend anybody to go if you have anybody in the area. I think it's John Barnes trains it, and I had that done. And again, that tuned me up and helped me really handle that amount of mushrooms. I don't think it just say it helped a lot smoother, right? And then also I have, of course, another friend who is not a psychonaut but like a psychic. Call her my goddess, and she sets Diane. Hi, Diane. And she sets up a safe protective circle from a distance. She's been here, so she knows the place, so she's able to set one up, and I can almost physically see it. And this is for protective circle is for keeping unwanted entities and shit out of the sojourn, right? Because you're kind of open up. When you're there, you're open up. And this was actually, believe it or not, verified for me through the CIA documents, which in the next video is going to be all about the CIA Gateway Project, which I was studying. Another thing, the third thing I did to get ready for this, I studied the CIA Gateway Project, where are papers that were released this year, which the government shows how it astral travels and hemi-syncing, how to meditate and time travel, and yeah. And so government released, so yeah, and they talk about having you need some protection when you go over there because you will be susceptible to some shit. So, and since Diane's been helping me, boy, my surgeries have been a lot smoother. So you need to find somebody who knows how to work. I don't know what their label would be. Psychic, I don't know, whatever. You know, mystic, metaphysician to set up your protective circle and do your own protective circles. You guys should research that too. So what do I have there? So I have the class, I have the Myofascial release, I have the protective circle, and there's something I am missing. But oh yeah, again, the fourth thing is studying the CIA Gateway documents, which are, I mean, it should be front page on every. It should be a college course. It should be taught in elementary school, kindergarten. I mean, that'll be my focus. I'm actually going to get on that video after I'm done here because, man, it's just, it's just, this shit's a matrix is real, people. Like I was saying before. So, they're kind of missing some shit. They're missing a lot. So the CIA is missing a lot, and in their document. And what the trippy thing is when you go through it, is they're fucking scared of people who can meditate and go to hemi-sync. unite both sides of the brain. They are fucking terrified, and they're trying to get their soldiers to do it through artificial biofeedback and shit. But they're not quite reached. Oh, hit 10-minute mark. So I'm trying to keep them short. I'm gonna cut it at 10 minutes. But again, the next video will be on the CIA Gateway project and how it applies to psychonauts. And yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. So stay tuned.